Welcome back. This week's episode, we think we have a pretty good one. We're talking with a company that some of you guys might know. Talking with Warped Wally's today. We're talking with Jarrod from the Warped Wally's Ninja Goods and Emporium. For those you don't know, they have a bunch of fun ninja shirts and stickers and fun slogans, and they are definitely doing a great job getting themselves on the ninja scene and are definitely picking up rapidly. We're going to talk about all that stuff today and much more about the company. So listen on to see what more you can learn about Warped Wally's, and we'll see you guys after the break.
You are listening to Ninja Talk with the Bunny and Frog. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. New episodes every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Alright, we're here with Jarrod from Warped Wally's. How we doing, Jarrod?
Good, doing well, guys. I got to say, long-time listener, first-time podcast guest, so that's exciting.
It's going to be great, yeah. So we're just going to kick things off right away, and we were just wondering, before you started Warped Wally's, were you really, into ninja?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was the start of Warped Wally's and the start of my interest in ninja are pretty close together. My wife and I lived in Ireland for 9 years. Ireland does not have a ninja scene at all.
Yeah.
But we had both our girls over there, Hazel and Riley being our oldest, and she got into gymnastics in Ireland. She was also just one of those kids, I'm sure like you guys were growing up, where she was just like a playground daredevil. Other parents were like, oh my God, she's going to, she never fell, but she always worried other parents.
Yeah, for sure.
So she had that mix of just being a playground daredevil with the discipline and training of gymnastics that she got in Ireland. We're talking as a 5-year-old, basically.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And when we moved back to Calgary, where we're originally from in 2022, soon after that, there was FitSet opened its Calgary location. So I remember my wife was like, hey, I think Riley would be good at this sort of ninja thing. And I would definitely have had an awareness of American Ninja Warrior.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Just like anyone else. And I wouldn't have been a fanatic of that show. I think it was I was aware of it. But then when I saw the smile on Riley's face, she did the devil steps. She kind of hopped on the devil steps right away. And she went all the way up and all the way down and then went back the other way. And I think some of the staff at FitSet, seeing this girl who was brand new to the gym for the first time, were kind of she's not supposed to be able to do that on her first try. And it became, I guess, the beginning of this might be her sport, and just seeing the joy on her face when she got to try laches and grip lanes and all that sort of stuff. So it was that would have happened early 2023. We got her into the competitive stream after that, and she made some big gains right away. And before we knew it, we were in nationals in Edmonton at the end of 2023. And that was around the time that I had hatched Warped Wally's. It was in its infancy then. So really probably only a 9-month gap between having an awareness of the real ninja scene and starting the company.
Yeah, and so you guys are still kind of relatively new on the ninja scene though too. Like you said, early 2023-ish. So way to get in there.
Yeah, it was fresh eyes on the whole thing, but just hanging around the gym as a ninja dad, you get a sense of the terminology and what the ninjas get excited about and what the culture is all about.
Yeah,
and so it's just I come from kind of a creative background working in advertising, and I've done shirt companies before for the Canadian ski team. And for the Calgary Stampede, and this was my newest fascination was oh my God, these ninjas and these kids are pretty amazing athletes, and I like niche sports. I like fringe sports, where they're not played out and they're not that exposed, and I think that's what got me into ninjas, just seeing it through the eyes of my daughter.
No, for sure, that makes a lot of sense. So, is there anywhere in particular that you get your inspiration for products from?
Yeah, I think I draw inspiration from the early days of certain skateboard brands, growing up as much older than you guys, but the brands that were really cool in my day are actually still the ones that are fairly Vans is a good example. I think I would have in the early days of Vans, they were just doing really cool kind of designs that were riffing off pop culture. And I thought the skateboard companies and snowboard companies were just really good at taking what was ever whatever was out there kind of on the cultural landscape and turning it into a shirt design or a sticker design, and almost adding like a punk rock element to it. Like they were always like, you'd see some really cool stickers that were always stuck on the poles of the chairlift and stuff.
Yeah.
And then some of those brands and some of those companies had to start playing by the rules, and they just grow up and they become proper companies. And I guess I'm always inspired by, I feel like those brands grew with the sport, and they grew with like, you know, snowboarding was a really small sport at the time when I was growing up, and you could just see some of those brands grow with skateboarding and snowboarding. So they just attach themselves and reflect what the athletes are doing and thinking and saying and celebrating. And it just becomes a way to sort of, to kind of like mirror that, have fun with it, remix it from time to time. That I think the genesis of Warped Wally's was inspired by snowboard culture, skateboard culture brands in the early days.
No, it makes a lot of sense. Like, definitely, like, all your stickers have, like, a bunch of punny and, like, clever slogans and designs, and they're really cool. I think definitely my favorite is, like, you had one, it's, like, Sendy's instead of Wendy's.
Oh, I like that.
That's just, like, it's so fun. And then,
thanks. Yeah, I just thought, like, that one, like, what I love about that is, like, normally, like, the Wendy's logo, it's her face in a little ring, and it's, like, once I thought of the term, you just hear "send it" all the time, and it's like, oh, Sendy's, and then I got more excited because I thought I could take her using the ring as like a skyhook sort of situation, and
it's really fun.
Again, it's like a secret handshake for ninjas. Like they know what it's all about. I think the average person looking at that wouldn't get why. This girl has her hands on a ring, but I think I'm glad you like that one. I think it's fun to take like existing brands and like change them up enough and remix them, and so that one was a fun one to do.
No, you definitely have a lot of cool like stickers.
Yeah, I really like the stickers.
Do you have a favorite sticker that you've made, or a shirt design or anything like that?
Yeah, like my favorites change all the time. I definitely like the Sendy's one. I kind of take a lot of. I kind of like the one where it's only a sticker for now, but it's like the emoji hands that everyone uses to like praise something, and then I just kind of like
put like tape on it instead.
Bandage them up and put some like rips and tears on them, and I think when ninjas see that, they can relate right away. Like mangled hands are such a rite of passage in the sport. I also like, I realize how important like young ninjas, when they get to that point where they start linking things and they get more flowy with their skills, it's like it's kind of like a little graduation for them. So I started coming up with these phrases like less thinking, more linking, or link or get left behind.
That's a funny one, the sloth one. I like that one. I
think it's fun to sort of play off those aspects of the sport where it's almost like these mantras that these ninjas already have, they just maybe haven't articulated it.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln's a pretty fun one too. I like that.
That one's a good one. You probably have to be
falling off too.
My daughter doesn't understand it because she's not into like U.S. political history. But it gives me a chance to sort of explain certain references to her. And Abraham Lincoln, I think it was Coach Beardo in Edmonton who said that was his favorite sticker. So what I like hearing is actually when you asked me that question, I love asking it to other people. Like when I had the booth at Nationals in Sudbury, going like finding out what people's favorite designs were. Like this girl from your gym came up to me and said like, oh, I really want to get the Run PBC shirt. And I didn't even know she would know the reference to Run DMC, which is an 80s hip hop group. But it was, I think that's one of the challenges for me is like my cultural references are sometimes a bit stuck in the past as a dad, but I love that. I love that the parents get to kind of explain to their kids why it might make a good design or what the joke is.
Yeah, no, it definitely helps like kind of connect everybody in a way for sure.
Yeah, it bridges the generations a little bit. And I think it helps parents understand the sport, and then it's like a little teaching moment for like if the parents know exactly what the reference is, they can kind of tell the kids what it's all about.
Teach them about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, like I had a dad tell me, he's like, well, you should take the band Blink 182 and make it Link 182. And I was like, I don't know if enough kids are into Blink 182's music. So it's like, we're kind of stuck in the middle there sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So Warped Wally has a bunch of great ninjas on the team now. And so can you tell us like a bit of like how they became part of it?
Yeah, for sure. I think even though we're a young company, we're like 6 months into it. I think one of the things I wanted to do along the way was have a team, not in a conventional Red Bull sense, maybe where it's like, multi-million dollar contracts. It's like, that's
Yeah,
not
for
enough
sure.
for us. But I know like a lot of ninjas out there have really good like personal brands, and they create their own designs. Like Silas Snyder is still one of my favorite designs.
Yeah, for
Past
sure.
podcast guest of yours, and I know that it's like sometimes if these ninjas go out there and try and find a designer to make a design for them, it can cost a lot of money. It can be like
Yeah, definitely.
$1,000 or more to get a good designer working for them and to kind of crack their design challenge. So my offer to some of my favorite ninjas was I'll help you. We'll collaborate. I'll help you make a design. Then we'll put that on some apparel, and anytime one of those shirts sells, you just keep all the profit. Meanwhile, their fans get exposed to the Warped Wally's brand. They might see some of the other shirts that aren't the team shirts. So it's like kind of a good situation for both sides.
No, it makes sense.
So yeah, and it was really fun to sort of pick the brain of like Seda or Nora Brown John or Easton Gummer in the States, and just like and just figure out a design that was like had a little bit of the Warped Wally's personality, but was really more about what they stand for and what they want to do.
Yeah,
so like Nora,
definitely.
for example, she loves dinosaurs, and she like really wanted to design a dinosaur on her shirt, not a ferocious one, but like an adorable dinosaur.
It's so fun.
We put that on there, and Seda had some really good input onto her shirt, as did Easton. So it's a chance to get to know them. I think as the team develops, I'd like to be able to sponsor them in a more traditional way, like help them kind of raise more money. But right now it's like promoting their shirts and giving them 100% of the profits. So yeah, we're hoping it grows. We're hoping people hop on the site and buy, and just so they know when they buy their shirts that like any profit on that shirt goes directly to them.
No, for sure. That makes a ton of sense. And so like, do you have like a most like popular like item that gets sold the most? Like I know you have all these items. Like you spoke about stickers, but you also have like you have shirts, you have like socks, and all these different products. And do you have one that is just above the rest and that gets a little bit more attention and popularity and more sales?
Yeah, like I think the one that's actually doing surprisingly well is like Less Thinking, More Linking. Sold a lot of those. Like I think people love that statement on it. I think it's a little reminder to them.
Yeah.
The actual Warped Wally's, the brand itself and the logo on a shirt is doing really well too. And then after that, there's a little chase pack of like the little the ninja inspired by the Nike swoosh, where it's like a cane.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I like
I
that
saw
one.
that.
That one's-
Yeah, that was
I like
pretty
that
cool.
one. That one's
Can
cool.
I Link It is a reference to Can I Kick It by Tribe Called Quest. It's like an iconic hip hop song that will just never go away, which is awesome. So I think people like that one as well. Yeah, those are kind of the top sellers. The shirts are doing well. Stickers are something that sell really well if I'm there in person selling. I don't think people necessarily want to make that purchase on a website because it's just like a small transaction, and it's like you kind of still have to wait 10 days for it to arrive in the mail. So I think people like the instant gratification of the stickers. But you guys are probably proof that everyone loves to put stickers on their chalk bucket, on their water bottles.
Yeah, I've got an entire wall in my garage
yeah.
that's just stickers, and I got tons of yours up there. I got like every time I go to Ninja Gym, I buy like a couple stickers, and that goes on the wall right when I get home.
Yeah, and I gotta get into gibbets and stuff now. I'm realizing like there's like the popularity of croc gibbets. I want to make like some bucket hats. I want to roll it out a bit more, get away from just shirts. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, like bounce them my way, because I'm always looking to expand the product offering.
No, for sure, guys. If you in the comments, if you guys have any ideas for Jarrod and the Warped Wally's brand, please let us know.
I actually have I think I have a Ninja Talk sticker on my bucket of chalk.
Yeah, that's
nice.
I got one on my wall.
You guys did really well with your branding too. Like I love like that you crowdsourced it and you had some good submissions. And was it Chris? Was it like Chris who did your winning design?
Chris won.
Yeah, we got to hook up a swap. I got to get some of your merch. I noticed you guys were running things at the Eastern Regionals. A lot of people repping the shirts there. It looked like when I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, it was really good. Definitely, lots of people were enjoying those.
So you attend a lot of like ninja events, but do you have a favorite ninja event or moment that you've seen?
Yeah, like I noticed you guys are kind of, maybe it's been your guests before too. Also your trivia episode. There's a particular gym that I have a soft spot for in the events they put on. Can you guess it?
I don't know.
It just feels like it's popped up in a few of your episodes.
You think
Anyways,
so?
Life Force.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
they get a lot of recognition on this podcast. It's great. I love that gym. I want to go there so bad.
Like they, Riley and I went down there so she could compete in their Northwest Regionals a few weeks ago. That was my favorite event to attend, I think, as a ninja dad. I mean, I obviously love regionals. I love nationals, but there was something so cool about the gym, meeting some of the Northwest parents, and just how creative the course setup is and how cool the gym is. So I think, for me, I'm a big fan of Life Force. I'm hoping to get back there with Riley in the fall for some of the Premier Series qualifiers. And
I want to get.
Yeah, I think they deserve. They're kind of flying under the radar. I think because they're in a part of the country that doesn't have as high density of gyms, and I think ninja in the Northwest is up and coming. Like there's some good ninjas there, but the gyms are pretty spread out. So as a Calgarian, like that's the closest kind of American gym for us where we can go down, fly over and go to a competition. So and I haven't been to WNL Worlds yet or UNAA Worlds. I'm going to UNAA this year, so I'll probably get to see the spectacle and scale of one of those events in the coming weeks.
No, I'm sure you will for sure. Do you have a plan? Do you have plans? Like, will you try to attend like Worlds next year or like nationals or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to get to as many shows as I can and maybe like sell some merch while I'm there and meet some of the Warped Wally's stands that are out there. Like there's a few of them out there. They come up and they kind of know everything about the designs and the collection and they want to buy something, which is great. Even if they don't want to buy something, it's just fun to talk to them. I want to just like try to set up shop at as many of those shows as I can. At the same time, I'm there to be a ninja dad. I'm there to support Riley. And like as an 8-year-old ninja, she kind of, I can't just abandon it. She's not on autopilot like you guys might be when you're at a competition. So I have a thing where if I do set up a booth, I have a sign ready to put up at any moment that says like BRB, probably watching ninja. So I think I'm not the best shopkeeper because like I have very sporadic business hours when I'm at these events.
Yeah, it makes sense. You should make that into a sticker.
Exactly. Yeah. BRB, probably watching ninja.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. So like, what are some like, I know we spoke about some of these on the podcast, but just to go into a little bit more depth, what are some of your like future plans for the Warped Wally's brand?
Oh, good question. Because so far it's been like just taking it month to month. I want to do more things that are like maybe a little more meme based, maybe aren't about selling shirts, but like I did a thing for Valentine's Day where we created like hypothetical Valentine's cards that ninjas would give other ninjas, which is just like a lot of like cheesy Valentine's jokes. We did the playlist called like the Tortured Hands Society, Tortured Hands Department. So that was just like putting together a Spotify playlist of that ninjas like hype up songs or songs that they'd want to put on like a skills video. But we asked our team, like Nora, Seda, Easton, like give us your favorite songs. The girls put a lot of Taylor Swift on there, which wouldn't be my first choice, but we got a lot of it. The playlist is like got some bangers on it, and then it's like a 10-minute Taylor Swift track, and it's like
I don't know about that one. Yeah,
it's all over the place in terms of mood and energy. That's
great because it shows just how diverse like the ninja culture is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I think ninja culture, it's like I want to create more tentacles where it's like just getting away from trying to sell stickers and shirts and more into like, making observations about like how would ninjas create Valentine's gifts for each other or do more contests. Like we did, like, I think in March we did the Up the Wall challenge where we just had people send us their videos of their like Warped Wall achievements. And we just gave away a prize pack at the end of it. So to me, it's like less selly stuff and more celebrating the culture of ninja and just like tapping into memes a little bit more.
Yeah, no, definitely got some fun stuff that definitely like helps attract attention from not only kids that like find the designs funny, like you have the sloth and stuff, which is super cute, but then it also has like adults who like will understand some of those jokes that like are more from like, as you said earlier, like more from like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, exactly. I think like even within the sport of ninja, you've got 8-year-olds all the way up to 18-year-olds. Obviously it goes older than that, but that's the majority of like ninjas would fall in that age bracket. But what might appeal to like a 7 or 8-year-old will not necessarily appeal to like a 17 or 18-year-old. So like if my daughter's she's still into like unicorns and stuff, but I don't really want to put a unicorn on a shirt. So it's like, there's enough unicorn shirts out there. And so it's like, I'm trying with every shirt release to like have a little bit of a nod to the parents. The next one, hopefully a bit of a nod to the kids. The next one, a nod to the teenagers. And then sometimes every so often, like create a design or an idea that actually appeals to all of them at once.
Yeah, no, that would be fun. I really appreciate what you're doing. So I was just wondering if you had like any advice for people who are trying to like get more like recognition in Ninja by trying to do like a little something extra, like what you're doing with the Warped Wally's brand.
Yeah, like I really think ninjas should keep celebrating their own personal brand. I don't think everyone needs to go out and be like, here's my stickers and here's my shirt, but I think it is fun there's not many sports where you get to create your own little brand unless you're like a multi-million-dollar athlete who's got a team doing that for you. So I just like how genuine it is when people kind of create their own little identity. And I think what we do and the shirts that we do are more about the lifestyle of Ninja. We're not trying to get in the way or compete with those. Like, I love when like ninjas are wearing each other's shirts in the gym and supporting each other.
Sure, yeah.
So I just think it's like ninjas should just keep expressing themselves and like maybe if you even come up like, be creative and create your own design and create your own name and maybe turn it into some stickers and just like I helped my daughter Riley do that, and she's got some stickers to hand out at UNAA, and hopefully it's a way to make more friends that introduce herself to some of the ninjas that she'll be competing against. So I think it's like a tight community, and the athletes are really supportive of each other. And it was cool to see the East and West ninjas get together at nationals and realize that while they're competing against each other, they're also friends. They've got a lot in common. They've got the same like mangled hands and like battle stories and everything like that. So I think it's like some of this merch and some of the stickers, whatever it might be, is just like a great way to knock down barriers and get more conversations going between ninjas.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's really just a nice touch to the sport that's already that's just growing even more and more.
So where can people find you guys at Warped Wally's to check out your merch and stickers and all that stuff?
Yeah, we warpedwallys.com. Just take out the apostrophe on the Wally's part. That is our website. And yeah, we're like pretty active on Instagram. So just search Warped Wally's on Instagram. That should take you right there. Throw us a follow if you're not already. I think we put some fun stuff on there. It's not just like, hey, come buy some stuff. I think we like to repost cool things that are going on and comment on it in our own way, and then surprise people every once in a while with like Valentine's or Father's Day stuff.
I loved that Father's Day post, by the way. That was really funny.
The Ninja Dad shirt?
Yeah. That was really funny.
Thanks, man. That's great.
That was really funny.
I think I'm drawing from my own experience as a ninja. Like the most terrifying thing for me, and other ninja dads might be able to relate, is like I find myself at a competition with my daughter, and it's like the day of the competition, like the morning of, and I realize that it's my job to do her hair in a way that is like competition ready and looks good. And dads aren't the best at that. So hopefully the dads out there can relate to the dad struggles of the common ninja dad that's out there.
For sure. Yeah. All right. So Owen, think you know what time it is?
Yeah. Joke of the week. Unfortunately, it is not a ninja one though.
Yeah, we need more ideas. Please send us ideas. Please.
Dax, are you ready for this one?
I don't think I'll be prepared. I think it's gonna be so good that like the earth is gonna shake right when you say it.
Where do boats go when they're sick?
Oh, I don't know.
The boat dock.
I don't think the world shook, but like it was still pretty funny.
I don't think the world shook.
Oh, that was great. All right, thank you so much for coming on, Jarrod. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, my pleasure, guys. Keep up the podcast. It's a lot of fun, and you guys are doing a bang up job. It's pretty impressive that you're both very good ninjas and turning into pretty solid podcasters too.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck with Warped Wally's brand, and we will surely talk soon, I hope, and see you definitely on the ninja scene soon.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck with the rest of the competitive season, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.